Part 2 of Lemonbuster's inspection of a Jeep Wrangler Sahara. Go ahead, we're going to pick up right on the left door. And see here we've got paint touch-ups all along the hard door here. Lots of scratches. Got some scratches on the windshield there. Mirror's in okay shape. And you see the trim's faded. Got more chips and scratches. This lock is a little bit loose. You can see here it wiggles around. That's probably not good. Might need to be addressed. Got a little bit of rust on the door handle here. Got a bunch of scratches, some of which have been touched up, some of which haven't. We got a chip that's been touched up. You know, just kind of typical of this vehicle so far from what I've seen. Looks like somebody attempted to take the hinge off here. They broke off a Torx in there. That's going to be fun to get out. Doesn't look like these doors have been taken off in a long time either. You might have trouble doing that if you decide you want to go take the doors off in the summertime. The only thing I've noticed is the soft top is pretty poorly secured. The sides windows are not into their holders on the door surrounds and everything along that line. I'll get into the soft top more in a little bit here. You can see more typical chips and scratches and whatnot on the entrance sill here. This door does have a little bit of rust starting right on the bottom there. Let's see if we can get a good view for you here on the. You can see it right there. At this point, we're going to move into the right front fender. You can see here just more chips and scratches. Got a little corrosion on the hinges here and there. That's just wax right in there. Here the decals are all intact. Go ahead and continue on into the fender more here and the flare. See more just scratches and chips and stuff like that. More scratches here. We've got a little scuff right in here, some of which has been touched up, some of which hasn't. Just more chips and scratches and whatnot. I don't remember if I showed you on the left, the upper section of the left front door, so I'm going to just do it again here just to be safe. You can see on this side it's a lot cleaner than the other side, no chips or scratches, same faded trim. At this point we're going to go ahead and move under the hood. Alrighty, here we go. We got our 4.0 liter straight 6 here, bulletproof engine. These are great. So take a look underneath here. You got your coolant, which is in between, just below the add line here. It's a little low. I didn't see any signs of leaks. More than likely, it hasn't been checked in a while. See all your evaporative emissions. You got your canister here, your cruise control. This is all for the canister vent filter, your LDP pump for leak detection, your purge valves, all right in here. Got your map sensor. Intake air temperature, barometric pressure, idle air control, all that fun stuff, fuel injectors. So your brake fluid is definitely full, but on the dirty side. A little bit of rust on the vacuum booster. You can see down in there that the brake lines have definitely got some rust going on them. So your valve cover area is actually pretty dry. Got a little seepage here and there from what I've seen. You know, idler pulley looks like it's been on there for a while along with the belt. Fan clutch is good and tight. Power steering fluid is full, as you can see here. Go ahead and take a look at the alternator and whatnot here. Your AC lines, you can see they're nice and dry. Got a little bit of oil going on down here around the oil filter area and whatnot, and around the cam sensor here. It's a little slimy. More than likely, from what I've seen here, it kind of looks like it's coming down from maybe the valve cover a little bit on this side. Hard to say. See here, you got a Mopar 72-month battery, 600 cold cranking amps. Looks to be newer. See your ECU there. Got all your fuses and your accessory fuse box here. But the air box here is all intact. Air filter's in decent shape, roughly average. I do have some pictures that I'm not going to open up during the video to save some time on the video here. See the hood's in good shape for the most part on the underside. See the emission stickers here still. See the hood light's not working, kind of typical, it's usually burnt out. Take a look real quick at your engine oil, which is very clean and full. Looks like they probably just serviced this thing. You can see right here, it's nice and clean. And we got our transmission fluid here. You can see it's full. It's got a nice red tinge to it. Doesn't really smell burnt. It is a little dirty. I would recommend a trans service. These 42 REs and whatnot, and all the Chrysler transmissions, all the different variations of them. 3 speeds and the 4-speed require service about every 30,000 miles. At this point, we're going to take a look at tires, wheels, and underside. Start here with the left front wheel. You can see we got a little of the typical Jeep alloy wheel corrosion. This vehicle is equipped with Bridgestone Duelers all the way around on the 4 tires. It's the 30 by 9.5 inch tire package, which is something that came on a lot of Saharas. You can see here there's definitely some dry rotting in the tires here. We got about 5 seconds left, 6 seconds right in that neighborhood on this left front tire. At this point, we're going to go ahead and take a look. You can see the frame here has definitely got its fair share of rust on it, along with the bump stops. See the bushing is all worn out, and the sway bar link, they've been replaced once. They've got a grease zerk on it, which did a lot of the Chrysler ones did not come with that. You can see this U-joint's nice and new. Those tend to be a problematic up here. They rust out. So your ball joints there look to be original. They're in average shape from a play standpoint. So you got a track bar joint there. You can see it's been greased regularly, which is good. See your Dana 30 in the front here. It's nice and dry. You got your pitman arm here. Also looks like it's been greased pretty regularly. You can see here your right side ball joints now at this point. The right side U-joint, for whatever reason, the right side U-joint was not done. It looks pretty old and kind of rusty. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to cause you some problems in the near future here. Let's take a look at the left front brakes here. As you can see, the rotors look pretty good, and we'll see if we can get a picture here. You got about 65–70% left on the front brakes here. They look pretty good. You can see here we got some more rust on the frame. Take a peek in the frame rail, it's pretty solid there. That brake line's getting a little gnarly. See the underside here of the fender is in good clean shape though for the most part. Go ahead and take a peek underneath some more here. You can see we got some more of the same, some rust going on here. We got rust on the frame mounts. The control arms, because that brake line's kind of gnarly. You can see here we've got rust on the frame. More than just surface rust. You can see there's some rust inside the frame as well. Skid plate here has got some rust on it and whatnot. See your drive shaft here. See that's an original U-joint there. So we got a little bit of oil leaking down here. Rear main seals are known on these things to leak. It's just a simple thing of removing the oil pan. You can see your catalytic converters there and your exhaust shift cable. See here the brake lines are a little on the gnarly side. You can see your CV joint drive shaft there. So again, all the U-joints look original in that as well. You can go ahead and continue on here. You can see here we've got definitely a little bit heavier rust in here. We'll move into this area with the rear control arms. You can see the rear control arm bushings are definitely worn out and shot. They're all cracked and everything like that. Tub looks really solid on this thing. You know, floors for the most part. Got a little bit of rust on the drain plugs, just typical. A lot of people don't ever pull them out. See here you got original U-joints on your drive shaft here. See your pinion seal is not leaking. A little bit rusty on the parking brake stuff. MP231J here, you can see it's nice and dry, not leaking anything. Recommend service of those yearly. Alright, at this point we're gonna go ahead and move up over here and take a look at the frame. This spot right here below this hole is a known rust out spot on TJ Wranglers. You can see here it's rusty. You can see it's definitely got some rust going on the inside there. How serious is it? It still is pretty solid at this point, but something to keep in the back of your mind here. As you can see, more rust on the frame here as we're going back. Let's see if we can get a look down into that hole there. See, it's pretty good inside that one. You got more on the top there and going back towards the bumper. Go ahead and look at the left rear wheel here. You see it's got pretty heavy corrosion here. Would need to be refinished, look nice. Clear coat's peeling off. Real common on these wheels. It does have a Dana 35 rear end with 373 gears, so it has drum brakes on it. Rear tires are in a lot worse shape than the front tires. They also have the same dry rotting. We got about 2 30-seconds to 3 30-seconds left here. Go ahead and move. Oh. At this point, we're going to wrap up part 2, the Lemonbuster's inspection of a Jeep Wrangler.